And Maxime Bernier joins us now in studio. Hi there.
Thank you for the invitation.
No problem. Now, back in the summer, Peter MacKay had indicated, he said, you're going to take very little, if any, support from the Conservative Party. In fact, he called you a party of one.
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
I know, I'm saying, look at the facts, and we did a lot in 4 months. Yes, we are a young party, but we have riding association all across the country, so I'm not alone. We have 338 association and organization on the ground. We have 3 candidates in the by-election right now that will happen at the end of February. We are able to raise money. We received actually yesterday our status. We are an official political party at the federal level, so that's going very well for us.
Now, in the last election, the Liberals, of course, swept this area, and many people in your own former party, the Conservatives, they call themselves likely small C Conservatives. So what do you think the appetite is for your plan, what you're offering?
Well, I think people appreciate what we are saying. So for us, we are speaking about what it is important for Canadians, and we are speaking about bold reform that need to be done in this country. So, for example, I was in actually Saskatoon and Regina to speak about the equalization, saying that we must be less generous, we must change the equalization.
You call it a poverty trap.
Yeah, it's a poverty trap. My own province in Quebec received equalization money for the last 50 years, so there's no incentive to change at the provincial level. So that's what I said yesterday in St. John, and we'll do the same thing here in Halifax, speaking about the change and the changes that need to be done in that formula for being less generous and also fair for everybody, and giving the right incentive for provinces who receive equalization to develop their own natural resources. But the other leaders, they don't want to speak about that. They are afraid to speak about that. But for us, it's so important, and that's why I'm doing this tour in Western Canada and Eastern Canada.
Now, the principle behind equalization payments, of course, is so everybody gets roughly the same amount of social services.
That's it, that's right. So we must, it's important, it is in the Constitution, but we can be less generous and giving the right incentive to provinces to develop their own natural resources. I was very pleased to hear the Premier of New Brunswick when he said that, Ottawa must cut equalization money to provinces, and he represents a province that received equalization money.
Do you think that's much of a vote getter, though, getting less money for the provinces through equalization?
They can have less money from equalization, but we'll do that on a transition period, and that's important. But the formula is not fair. You don't have in the formula the energy coming from hydroelectricity, but the energy coming from oil and gas, it is part of the formula. So you must change that. And having that real debate with people, and I was in St. John, and people, they understand that. People are proud. They're not proud when they receive equalization money. That's what I said in Quebec 5 years ago. I'm not proud to be a Quebecers when we are a poor province.
No, you also want to scrap a COA.
Yes, for sure.
Why is that?
Because corporate welfare is not working. Giving subsidies to small, medium, and big businesses, it is not working. We can save $5 billion and having a fair policies by having a flat tax for every entrepreneur in this country at 10%. So scrap these agencies, and the one in Quebec also, and in Western Canada. So all these agencies that are giving subsidies, we don't need that. We need to save the money and lower taxes to corporation at 10%. That's the best policies for our country.
Now, you've got 9 months till the next election.
Yes.
That's a lot of work to be done.
Absolutely.
How many candidates do you think you can field?
I will have candidates in every ridings, and it is very important for us because if we want to participate in the national debates during the election in October, one condition is to have at least 304 candidates. There's 338 ridings, so we'll have candidates in every riding, and we will be able to have that because we have an organization in every riding.
And if you don't, would you consider that a failure?
But we will. We will. We will have our candidates before the end of May. We were able to build this party. I think we're making history right now. In 3 months, a lot of people like Peter MacKay, they were saying, oh, Bernier won't go anywhere. Bernier is a loser. No, people want to understand our program and our platform, and we are doing politics differently. We are telling the truth, what needs to be done in Canada for having a freer and a more prosperous country.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.